Welcome to Martini Time. I had to move in here because the connection was not strong enough in the other room, and that's why last night's talk I thought I was going to lose it because I couldn't post it. So, but then it miraculously came on. Obviously divine intervention because I was talking about the cross last night, and so let's pick up where we left off. Look at this glass I have tonight. Isn't that a beautiful glass? That is a dragon, of course, and this is where I keep a lot of my memorabilia from my spiritual path. And what I picked up here today, while I was wandering around thinking about what am I going to talk about tonight, was a cigarette lighter my father left and gave me, or I took, or I got when he quit, after he quit smoking. But he was in China before the war, Second World War, and he had got two of these. And I remember I had one when I was in the submarines, and I used to, and I smoked, and I was using this to, old Zippo, and I dropped it on the deck, and the submarine decks have slats in it which go right into the ocean, so I lost it. But after he died, I found this one in his belongings. So I got that along with, it's in the other room, my pocket watch, which I've shown you. And I've been last night, you see, or night before last, we were talking about Shiva, the dancing Shiva. And well, it's hard to see on this, but there's a huge cobra wrapped around his neck. So he's the god of Kundalini. Kundalini is the creative energy of the universe. It's a tiger. And if you awaken that tiger, you better be able to ride it because it will eat you. Okay, so the dragon, the Kundalini, the snake, the cobra, all these are mythic ways, metaphorical ways of describing this creative energy that creates everything. It's creating us right now. It's making your organs go. It's making your heart beat. It's the creative energy of the cosmos that takes all forms. And it's also, we are also that, you see. We're part of the cosmos. So we are this creative energy. But who can ride it, you see? What we do is that we put this energy in systems, like an electric system. This house is run on Kundalini energy, but we just call it electricity. But it runs in a circuit. And if you don't take care of your circuit, it'll burn your house down. So this energy can be creative or violent, you see. And I picked that up, and I said, damn, I've been looking at that all my life, and I never connected the dots with the dragon, the Kundalini, Shiva, and my own path and my own struggle and desire to ride this energy. Good metaphor, good commercials are all about this. The commercial of the GE commercial with Lift Your Hammer. The son comes in so proud that he's a programmer. He's a head person. And the father says, well, that's fine, son. Here's your grandpappy's hammer. Boom, and you can't lift the hammer, can you? Well, you can't ride the Kundalini, can you? See, you're not ready yet. You're not ready for it. Sorry, Charlie, you're not ready for the tuna factory. So all my life I felt I was not ready for the tuna factory. So I kept going back and working and trying to get ready and be accepted in the tuna factory, and always, no, not yet. Even went into Light of Yoga Society. I wanted to be a yoga teacher. No, not yet. Then I was going to be a minister. I went to seminary, and after I got in, and they deported me. Said, no, not yet, not yet. So everywhere I've gone, you see, even my father, the last time he had a stroke, he died in '98, and about 8 years before that he had a stroke. So he was a Navy captain, and He always could lift the hammer, you see. So, this is so strong in my memory because it was Thanksgiving dinner, and we were having at my sister's, and she had married a naval officer who he thought was, whenever I would call up and I'd say, hello, and he'd say, is that you, John? And I'd say, no, it's Ed. But anyway, so there was a bunch of hats on the hat rack there, and I was playing around, we were waiting for dinner, and I put this hat on and that hat. Then I put on John's naval officer hat, and my father yelled out, take that off, you haven't earned that yet. Or you haven't earned that, take it off, And that was the last thing he ever said to me. Except when I was cutting the turkey that night. You can't cut the turkey, can you? So you can see what sons and fathers are interesting relationships, and here I am. This is a little lighter. Can you light the Kundalini? You see? Can you light the fire? Remember the Doors? Baby, light my fire. Well, they lit the fire, but it ate them. I mean, it killed Jim Morrison. You see, they couldn't ride it. A lot of the rock stars in the '60s couldn't ride the Tiger. They flamed and went off. Poof! All of them. A few of them stayed around, but it takes years to learn how to ride the dragon. It takes years of falling off the bull. It takes years of being burnt to a crisp in order for you to ride the dragon, you see. And we're all doing this. We're all experimenting. We're all learning how to ride this dragon. When we awaken it, we know it. It's alive. It's like wind in the sails. It's like the rubber hitting the road. It's like all the lights are green. It's thank you, Jesus time. You know what I mean? So we all know it. Or it's like when you get pregnant, something kicks. Wow, something's alive. This is real. Or when death comes. Wow, this is real. Somebody dies that you assumed would live forever. Wow, this is real. You see, so this sense of being real is one of the aspects of the Kundalini, of this energy, you see. It's the life force itself, you see. And we all hunger for this, but unless we learn how to ride it through years of practice, years of yearning, years of desire, years of failing, years of being burnt, kicked out, fired, destroyed, you get back up, you get on it again, and you light the fire, and maybe this time it'll go. You see, maybe this time it won't burn. Maybe this time it won't burn my house down. You see what I mean? But you have to light it. Maybe I got this program now. I got this job. I got this new career. I'm going to light the fire again. And pretty soon, you'll burn through it, and boom, you're out back where you were. What the heck happened? But you get back. That's the wisdom. That's like learning how to ride a bike. Every time you're learning to balance on the Kundalini. And the reason you can't balance on the Kundalini is because you can't use your memory. You can't use your plans. You can't use your methods. You can't use anything when you balance on the Kundalini. This is why I like the Facebook Live. Because for me, this is riding Kundalini. I'm riding this right now live. No lesson plans. No hands, Mom. You see what I mean? But yet the story comes out. Yet the message I want to say comes out spontaneously. And I have no idea how it came out that way. You see? So there is a trust in riding the Kundalini. And there's a trust in riding the dragon that no matter what happens, you're okay. When the fear comes in, oh my God, you're off. You're thrown and eaten, you see. So there can be so you have to be fearless to ride the community. And to be fearless, you have to be free from time, because fear and time are the same thing. Fear of the future, fear of time. The Kundalini is now. You can't ride now when you're thinking about time. When the mind is in time, you're going to fall off now. Now is not time. Now is timeless. Now is now, you see. So if your mind's in time, you're going to fall off now. At some point, you'll fall off, and you scratch your head. What happened? You see? So the whole process is learning how to live free from time. Which my mother, I'll end with this, and I've told this before, when my mother was 100, and we were talking about happiness, and she said, well, you know why I'm so happy? I said, why, Mom? And we were in the car, and she said, well, I have no future. When I was younger, I had a future, and I wasn't so happy. But now I have no future, and I'm happy. I just wake up, I'm here. So she was right in the Kundalini, you see. No time, no future, no fear. So we shouldn't have to wait till we're 100, right? So let that be your martini for the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.